Could I get a printout of your properties on Mendocino Avenue?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. We don't know. You were saying that were you talking about rental or house to buy?
Well, the thing is this midsummer I went there. Do you want to hear it too? This midsummer I helped Corinna Edwards to move there, and there's a long drama story with organized crime and them crooks. But this midsummer I helped her move in, right? And on Mendocino, it is behind the school site called Mendocino or Garden Avenue.
Okay.
What is it called, Mendocino Avenue?
Well, see, there is Mendocino back there and gardens and...
Yeah, Mendocino Drive?
I think that is what it is.
And Mendocino, Patty?
There were at least...
Did we have a rental on Mendocino?
Yes.
There were like 7 of them.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Not ours.
That's why...
You see, but the thing is the summer when I went there were at least 7 houses for rent, for sale, and they had the green Beverly Sanders sign in front of them.
Are you talking about Karina Jolie?
No.
She's an agent, okay.
No, this Karina, Eliza might be an agent. I mean, she has an affair with one of the real estate agents, even though she has a kid with somebody else. But
no, that's none of that sounding familiar to me.
you see, it is weird, but if you guys want to look into it on YouTube, there's actually a video about it. There's something called gang stalking, and that is if a group of people try to sabotage your life in a way where you feel in the end emotionally so exhausted that you commit suicide or some type of shit, that you go down, And that is what happened to me, and it sounds way out of hand and way wicked. I come in here and I tell you this crazy type of stuff. Thank you for not calling the police on me.
Well, we just don't know because we don't have anything over there. I'm thinking maybe it was a different real estate company.
You see, but I'm really suspect because they talk about making pornography of me, giving me herpes, attacking me in many other ways, and it's on this tape. They're talking about it. I taped them and I put it on YouTube as Mendo Stalkers.
Okay.
Mendo Stalkers 2 out of 3.
You put it on there?
Yeah, and Mendo Stalkers 3 out of 3.
Okay.
And they talk about it.
Okay.
And they also said, yeah, well, the whole street knows about me, and they set up the street, which is very suspicious on the tape. And then I think to myself, this summer, when I helped Karina moving in there,
I don't know. Yeah, none of these names sound familiar to me, so...
Okay, but anyways, half of the street has like Beverly Sanders signs. Plus, when I worked with Karina this winter, next door, that it was on Horseshoe Circle, up when you go out to Potter Valley, there's a turnoff called Horseshoe Circle.
Right.
And the property right next to it was for sale by who? Beverly Sanders. Yeah, and they talk about recording me and that type of stuff. So I'm just kind of wondering, how come I have trouble with that group of people? How come they tell me there are always a couple more people around? And when I look what is around me, I always see Beverly Sanders, and I think it is so suspect.
I'm hoping that it's because Beverly Sanders is a real estate company that's very well known in Ukiah, and people come to Beverly because she's respectful and does a really good job selling their houses. And
a lot of the economy around here is also being grandfathered down, and you need to be local. And
you do, and she's not affiliated with a,
organized crime like the Giacomo family.
Right, it's just Beverly. I mean, she's it.
And I mean, with the organized crime in California, there is no traditional family or anything. It's all watered down, watered out, however you want to put it. But I just think it is suspect.
See, we're just like a little mom and pop business
Everybody
here.
is. And then you go into the books and boom, they are
not Beverly.
I don't know.
She's above reproach.
You would think the same thing about Karina or Eliza, but then you look into their family history deeper, like Eliza Giacomo, and they traded their names a couple times. Giacomo, and De Giacomo.
Yeah.
You see, and it sounds so wicked, but if you are into like Italian crime, those families.
But we're not.
Yeah, you guys are not, so you don't know, but I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
Is if you look down the family heritage, Eliza Giacomo and East Coast crime is just like one line. And then on the internet, Eliza is also referred to as Eliza of Ukiah. There's
Right.
her sister, Willow of Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa. You know, then you look up their father, Philip L. Giacomo, big gangster up in Humboldt, you know.
Yeah.
Then you listen to the tape on the internet, me being set up with pornography and stuff, and things kind of fall apart. You know what I mean? And I'm very suspect of Beverly Sanders.
Yeah, you don't need to be. I promise, you don't need to be. Go to the go talk to anybody in law enforcement. They'll tell you she's a good lady. You know that she.
And I went already to law enforcement because of Eliza Giacomo. They told me the same thing,
Right.
which is not true. You know.
Right.
Can I help you, Beverly Sanders?
Hey Beverly, do you know on Garden Avenue there is the Corinna, I don't know, there's a couple of people who rented or bought houses from you, and they're into organized crime, and they were setting the houses up to introduce me with ladies and make pornography of me and that type of stuff.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, why don't I get your name, and I'll get their name, and then I'll get the property manager.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And there's also evidence on YouTube of that.
Yes, sit right there.
Okay.
Thank you. If you want to hand it more.
Of course. There's about 40 of us.
Okay, honey, hang on a minute now. Let me get my wits together. Just getting back. All right, so Gardens Avenue,
Yeah.
and do you live on Gardens?
No,
You're homeless.
actually, I am homeless and I was working together with Corinna Edwards, but I was being set up. It has to do with organized crime.
Oh, okay.
And I also have tapes where they talk about that they make pornography and stuff of me. By the way, I'm recording what I'm saying
Okay, sure.
because a lot of things are being used against me.
Well, I won't use anything against you, that's for sure. I'm on your side.
Okay.
Okay, so, do you know whereabouts on, I have to look and see what I have on Gardens.
Is there a Marsha, an Afro-American woman renting from you out of a greenhouse?
Honey, I don't know because I don't do the rentals. I'm the owner of the company, and I'll have to go talk to my manager, who's not here right now, and ask
Is
him
your
what's
manager
going
an
on.
older male who has a big bald spot on top?
No,
Okay.
no, he's kind of a short, crippled man. Walks
Okay.
funny, but anything that
On YouTube, when you look at it, and I'm not saying that you have anything to do with it. I have no evidence
No,
that
no,
you're
but you
involved
know
in that.
what, we rent properties and we hope that we have the right tenants. And if we don't get people like yourself to tell us that there's a problem, we don't know what to look for, okay? So I'm always open to anybody come and talk to me and let me know without getting you involved with me or anything, you know, so nobody even knows you've been here. But at least I'll know to kind of keep an eye on them. And do you have that address? Because I only have one property. I have other properties we've rented on Gardens Avenue, but the owners do the maintenance. They do all their own. You know, we've placed somebody.
Could it be that they have a house with a garage and a back room there where they once a week had a meeting?
Yes.
Corinna Edwards lived in that house.
Okay.
They
Okay.
made a massage studio out of it, yes. And in that house, that is where the recording happened on YouTube. And if that is the house,
That's the one, yeah, I know. And we don't have anything to do with that other than placing a tenant. But I can get a hold of the owners and tell them that it seems like maybe there's a bigger problem there than.
they're into organized crime. And if you look up the Giacomo family or Edwards, they're just, when you look up in Garberville and Edward, you know, she's very active when it comes to exporting marijuana in a
Okay.
non-medicinal way.
Oh, okay. Okay. Which
Yeah.
goes against my grain.
Yeah, it is illegal, you know. I mean, I do the 215 thing, but I stay within the boundaries. You
Yeah.
know, I mean,
Yeah.
50 million people in
Sure.
California vote
Sure.
on that.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, Brock, it's Brock, right? Or you want to go by Stephen?
Yeah, only Stephen.
Okay. I'll I will get this information to the owners. I can't do anything other than tell them that there's been somebody has given us some information. And I will also look at the file, because we keep all of our files, and see if I can get any information on these people. And if this is really true, then I'll probably have maybe somebody else take a look.
Okay, on YouTube there is something called Mendo Stalker,
Okay.
and there's a total of 3 videos. And what I did is I put the tape recorder into the sleeping room, and they talked in the kitchen.
Okay.
And do you know the building inside? There's the living room in between.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course the ventilator was running. And I'm
Okay.
not good with computers. I
Sure.
could clear it out, but I can hear specific words, And it was setting me up in a very harsh way, and it's
Okay.
really rotten. And there's Corinna across the road on the to the kitty corner in the greenhouse. There lives Josh and Marsha. I don't know their last name.
Okay.
They were heavily involved in that. And then next door to Corinna is a house, and we had our time, and somebody came up to the window and recorded me through the window, and that was from next door, a person maybe my age, a little bit more stocky and blonde short hair, and
Okay.
that is just random telling, and you cannot do anything about it, but it is very suspicious to me. And then also I was working with Corinna up on Horseshoe Circle, and up on Horseshoe Circle, the property right next to her, also for sale by you. And I don't know, we were out in the county, I didn't suspect too much. Sometimes those kids were really close, but I never thought of anything. And it's just weird, like paranormal, unexplainable to me,
Right.
because I don't have the whole picture, but
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that there are
Well,
some local crooks using your company
If there's
to
a
set me
picture,
up.
I'll get to it. I
Okay.
will find the bottom of it. I'll get to it. I'll go to the right people, okay? And I can't thank you enough, Stephen, for coming in and giving me a heads up. I appreciate it.
Hey,
You're a good citizen.
when you talk about me to other people,
I
they
will
might
never
tell
mention
you
your name or anything to
it is
anybody.
alright, and even if you talk and ask and those questions come up, they can think of it that it is me. And they will tell you I'm mentally sick and this and that. But honestly, the last 6 years I came here in 2010 to California. It only has been 4 years.
Where'd you come from?
Germany.
Germany.
I apprenticed
I knew you had a
baking.
little bit of an accent.
I was born in Kansas,
Uh-huh.
delivered in Kansas, raised in Washington, Kent, Washington. And then when I was 3 years old in '89,
Went
I
to
went
Germany?
yeah. And then in 2003 I came back to live here. But then stuff didn't work out so well in Washington, and I decided instead of doing college to go to Germany, learn baking, get into business, because from the grain to the turd
Sure.
you can have a very nice clean cut
Yeah.
business,
Yeah, right.
And I went 2010 after I was done up to Eureka, and I just had the attitude like I had my degree.
Oh, yeah,
I know
you did it
nobody.
all right.
It's a new playground.
It's your age. It's the age that does it.
Yeah, I went up there and I told people, yeah, I want to have a full-time position. I want to have more than $9 because I'm not a college student. I actually just come from Germany off the boat. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I get $15 an hour. And they didn't like it too much, Plus I told them I want to start my own bakery. Well, up in Eureka, all those bakeries are more important to launder money than truly are involved into baking.
All right.
So I am a problem in that community when it comes to baking,
Oh, okay. Sure.
And I think I've been set up for a long time, and it's called gang stalking. It is not stalking of a gang or a gang stalking me. The mentality behind it is that I get emotionally so de-stressed over a long time that I emotionally collapse,
Yeah.
It is like a non-violent way of attacking somebody.
Oh, well, it's the worst kind of attack. To attack somebody's in their brain, and they don't even know it's coming. That's how I treat my people. Here, see, I'm on them all the time.
I did, it's horrible. But
Well,
it
your
is different
conversation,
than
my
gang.
conversation, I will do what I can. I will try to talk to the owners and talk to my property manager and see if we can resolve some of this. I do know the properties up there in Horseshoe Circle. Like you said, I have a listing up there for sale. And nobody will ever know that you came in to see me, because I would never want to put you in that position. But I will do what I can.
Okay.
Okay.
In case it comes out, people will say I'm crazy and all that stuff. The last couple of years have been super hard on me, and when it comes to my psychology, I'm not well. You know, I don't go out there, have fun or laugh too
Yeah.
much and that type
Sure,
of stuff.
sure.
But I'm not sick in the sense I'm schizophrenic
Yeah.
or dangerous or anything
Okay.
like that.
Well, you
So
don't-
please keep that in
You
mind
don't
when they
sound
talk.
sick to me. You sound just fine, and you sound like a good, upstanding citizen, which we need a lot more of. Okay.
Hey,
So,
thank you.
Okay, take your machine, and I'll do what I can. Thank you very, very